Hey guys, YouTuber 100 here. Alright, and now continuing the Pixar reviews. Now here's my review of Toy Story 2. Yeah, so I remember when I was a little kid, when I first saw the teaser trailer for this movie, I was just like really excited for the movie. Yeah, because I love Toy Story, and I was really excited to see the sequel. Well, and I remember I told you guys in my last video that I made yesterday. Yeah, I was worried about A Bug's Life, like it was gonna overshadow Toy Story, and that was gonna like get more love. And and when I first saw the trailer for this teaser trailer for this movie, it showed that it did not. And Toy Story was still here to stay. And Toy Story 2. Like I said, I was really excited to see this when I first saw the trailer when I was a little kid. And did it live up to my expectations? Yeah, absolutely it did. Yeah. Toy Story 2 is just a great, great movie. Yeah, yeah, I mean, yeah, it is like, it is just as good as the first one. In fact, could it's quite possibly even better than the first one. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, when I was younger, I actually did like this one more than Toy Story 1. Yeah, I still think I may actually like it a little bit more than the first. Yeah, I just really, really do love this movie. Yeah, yeah, I mean, yeah, from here up till I like Ratatouille, I saw every single Pixar movie in the theater. For sure. Yeah, I remember I told you in my Toy Story 1 review, I may have seen this when it was first released in the theaters, but I was only a year old when at that time. So yeah, I'm not certain if I saw it in the theaters when it was first released, but from here up till like Ratatouille, I saw every single Pixar film in the theaters when it was released. Yeah. Yeah, and Toy Story 2, it is a great, great movie. I just love this movie a lot. Yeah, yeah. Just about everybody from the first movie still returned. Yeah, still had Tom Hanks, Tim Allen, Don Rickles, Jim Varney, Molly Shawn, John Ratzenberger. Yeah, yeah, and still have all the same characters. Yeah, still have Woody, Buzz, Mr. Potato Head, Slinky, Rex, Ham, Bo Peep. Yeah, just about everybody from the versus back, and plus you have even more toys in this movie than the first. In fact, yeah, of course you have Jesse, Bullseye, the Prospector, and and also Andy. You see more of Andy's toys. Like there's Mrs. Potato Head, there's Wheezy, there's also like there's also Zurg, he's in this movie. There's the second Buzz. There's Barbie. I mean, you definitely get a lot more toys in this movie than the first one. Yeah. Plus, while the first Toy Story had kind of like an even focus on both Woody and Buzz, the focus on in this focus is mainly on Woody. Yeah, I mean, a lot of this film is really more about Woody. Yeah. Because we like learn a lot about Woody. We learn that he's actually a really rare toy. We learn of his show, Woody's Roundup. Yeah, we just learn like a real lot about Woody in this movie, and focuses more on him. And it's just the story for this movie is just great. The the music in this movie is just great. I mean, just like everything about this movie is great. Yeah, I mean, I can't really think of anything that I really don't like about the movie. Once again, like the first one, I mean, I really can't think of anything at all, really, I don't like about the Toy Story movies, period. Yeah, I mean, I just love the Toy Story movies, and this one is a great movie, just like the first one. Yeah, I, of course, also give this one 4 stars out of 4. Yeah, it's hard to really say. Between this and Empire Strikes Back, hard to say which one I really think is the better sequel, but both of the movies are, like, really just great sequels. yeah, they're like they're both like the greatest sequels of all time, I'd say. Yeah, I mean, both movies are just great movies and great sequels. Yeah, just Toy Story 2. I just yeah, I can't say it enough. I love the movie, and this is just a great, great movie. All right, so let me just get right into it. yeah. Alright, so the movie opens in space, in the Gamma Quadrant in Sector 4. Yeah, and we see, like, Buzz with a utility belt flying into, like, a planet. Yeah. And yeah, at one point you can actually, like, hear a Darth Vader style breathing coming from Buzz. Yeah. Yeah. And he just, yeah, he made his way into Zurg's fortress. And yeah. Then he thought that he saw, like, the source for Zurg's power, and so he went to try to grab it, but it turned out that was just a hologram. And then, yeah, Zurg then appeared and had a brief battle with Buzz, and then, yeah, Zurg then blasted Buzz. But then we saw that was just a video game that Rex was playing. Yeah. 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 And then, yeah, Andy was setting up to go to cowboy camp that weekend, and yeah, he was gonna take Woody with him, but Woody couldn't find his hat. And yeah, he was just putting Buzz in charge while he was gone, telling him what has to be done. And yeah, none of the other toys could find Woody's hat. And then yeah, Woody was like starting to like freak out about losing his hat, but then Bo like tried calming him down and told Woody to look under his boot so he could see Andy's name. And yeah, Bo told Woody that Andy would take him to cowboy camp with or without his hat. Yeah. And then at one point, like, Rex fell on the TV remote, and then we saw the commercial of Al's Toy Barn, where we see, like, Al, who, yeah, and he's in the chicken suit, and yeah, just, like, show, like, kind of an introduction to Al, who was, like, a quote-unquote villain for the movie, yeah. Yeah. And then Slinky came into the room, and he told Woody that he found his hat, but then, yeah, Andy's dog Buster then like just busted into the room, and yeah, he was just like tearing, like busting everything down, and then yeah, he looked for Woody, and then and, yeah, Woody and the toys actually came alive in front of Buster, and yeah. Then before Andy left for cowboy camp, he was like playing with his toys. He had Ham be like an evil Dr. Porkchop person, yeah, and and Andy just had like Woody trying to save Bo from being killed, and then well, he had Buzz come to stop the evil Dr. Porkchop, and then and as Andy was playing with them, Woody's arm accidentally ripped, and then Andy had made the choice to just go to cowboy camp without Woody, and then Andy's mom put Woody on his top shelf. Yeah, yeah, and Woody was acting like he like couldn't use his arm that ripped at all. Well, I mean, the rip wasn't even that bad. I mean, I didn't really see why it had like such an impact on Woody to the point where he couldn't even move his arm. Yeah, yeah. And then then what appeared to be the next morning, and Andy came home from cowboy camp, and then other toys were like playing cards, and then once Woody told them that Andy was coming, they just like dropped the cards and went back to their places. And Andy came back up to the room, started playing with Woody, but then he remembered that Woody was broken, and he just told Woody that he didn't want to play with him anymore. And Andy just dropped Woody, and Woody actually fell through the pile of cards, and just like landed in a trash can that was filled with like other toy limbs. And as Woody tried to get out of the trash can, the other limbs just pulled him back in. And Andy then shut the lid for the trash can, but then it just turned out that was a dream Woody was having. And then Woody discovered Wheezy was also on the shelf behind a book. He was just covered with dust, and Woody was asking Wheezy what he was doing up there because he thought that Andy's mom took him to get his squeaker fixed months ago, but then Wheezy told Woody that Andy's mom just told him that to calm him down and just put him on a shelf. So in other words, Andy's mom lied to him. So a parent lying to their child. Yeah, and yeah, Wheezy's squeaker was just, yeah, like I said, it was broken, and yeah, he couldn't squeak. He can, plus he was, like I said, he was just covered with dust, and Wheezy said that that just aggravates his condition. And then yeah, they saw that Andy's mom was setting up a yard sale. Well, then yeah, Andy's mom came up to the Andy's room to find some stuff to sell. And yeah, she was just taking some games and other toys, and yeah, and she ended up taking Wheezy. And yeah, then Woody called for Buster, and then yeah, Woody rode Buster down to the yard sale, and yeah, the other toys thought that Woody was going to try to sell himself. Yeah, and yeah, and Woody just had Buster or walk down to the yard sale. And then yeah, Woody got into the box Ouija was in, and then yeah, and the other toys were watching, and then yeah, they saw Woody was actually rescuing Wheezy. Yeah, and yeah, Woody put Wheezy in Buster's collar, and then yeah, and as Buster was heading back to Andy's room, Woody then fell off, and then yeah, we then saw Al again, and then yeah, he was excited to see Woody because he'd been looking for Woody for a long time, yeah. But then Andy's mom saw that he was holding Woody and just took him away, and she told Al that Woody wasn't for sale and locked him in a safe. Yeah, and yeah, and then yeah, Al then like caused something to fall or something. Yeah, we just saw him like kick a skateboard back into something. Yeah, and then he picked the lock and stole Woody. Woody, yeah, and Buzz tried to save Woody from being taken away. Yeah, he hopped onto Al's car and tried to open the trunk to get Woody out, but yeah, Buzz, then the Buzz was just knocked off of the car, and as the car was driving off, like Buzz could see like the back of Al's license plate. Yeah, the lettering was actually spelling something out, but Buzz really couldn't tell what it was. Then yeah, Buzz was trying to figure out what the license plate was actually trying to spell out. And then he realized that it was actually spelling Al's Toy Barn. And yeah, then the toys discovered that it was actually the guy that was wearing the chicken suit that stole Woody. Yeah. And then at Al's home, he had Woody in a display case. And yeah, and Al was making a big deal that he had to drive to work to film a commercial, but his work was right across the street from where he lives. I mean, seriously, you're that kind of person? I mean, you're complaining about just going across the street? Yes. Yeah, and Woody was trying to escape, but then, yeah, a box then opened up, and yeah, then, yeah, Bullseye came, and, yeah, Woody was on top of Bullseye, and, yeah, Bullseye was running around, and, yeah, Woody then met Jesse, and then the Prospector, and, yeah, the Prospector was still inside of his box, and he hadn't been opened yet. Yeah. Yeah, and, yeah, and Woody, like, really didn't really know who they were, and he asked how they really know who he is. And yeah, they showed Woody like the type of who he really is, and yeah, we just showed him a bunch of merchandise for his show, Woody's Roundup, and then and yeah, they were playing. Then they played episodes of the show for Woody to see, and yeah, then the toys figured since Al took Woody, they figured that Woody would be at Al's Toy Barn. So yeah, they watched the Al's Toy Barn commercial again and waited for like a map to show them the directions of where they need how to get to Al's Toy Barn. Yeah, and then yeah, Buzz, Slinky, Mr. Potato Head, Rex, and Ham all set out to find Woody. And yeah, Mrs. Potato Head gave Mr. Potato Head an extra pair of shoes and his angry eyes just in case. Yeah, Woody was enjoying watching the show, but then yeah, then they after one episode ended, they just turned it off. And yeah, the prospector told Woody that the show ended up being canceled. So because yeah, children children were interested in space toys afterwards. Yeah, yeah, similar to what Andy was doing in the first movie with Buzz. Yeah, yeah, and Woody was just praising all of his merchandise. Like it had a yo-yo and a bank and kind of like a bubble shooter. And yeah, and like there was something with a snake in his boot, similar to Woody saying, "There's a snake in my boot." Yeah, and then yeah, Woody then found a record player, and yeah, him, Bullseye, and Jesse were running on the record player. And yeah, then Prospector or then brought up that they're going to the museum. And yeah, he told Woody that they're actually being sold to a toy museum in Japan. And Woody told them that he couldn't go in because he still has an owner. Yeah. And then yeah, Jesse started to freak out, and yeah, the prospector told Woody that they've actually been locked up in storage for a long time waiting for him, and, and that the museum would only be interested in buying them if Woody's in the collection, and if he's not, then they would go back into storage. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And Jesse wasn't happy with what Woody decided. I did, because yeah, Woody said he wasn't gonna go to the museum. Yeah. And then Al came back and yeah, yeah, Woody went back in the display case, and Jesse, Prospector, and Bullseye all jumped back in the box. And then, yeah, as Al was setting the toys up for pictures to fax to the museum owner, as he was getting Woody out of the display case, like, part of Woody's thread for his arm got caught onto the stand in the display case, and yeah, made Woody unravel, and his arm completely fell off. And yeah, Al started to freak out about it, and then yeah, he tried to call for help, but no one would be able to come help him until the morning. Yeah, and and Woody was freaking out about his arm being gone. And, and then yeah, then the prospector just told Woody that the next morning his arm would be fixed. It was funny. It showed something with like Buzz and the others. There's like on their quest to save Woody. At one point, Ham fell over and his cork fell out with all of his change, and yeah, it was just saying nobody looked till I got my cork back in. And yeah, I remember, I forgot if it was McDonald's or Burger King, but one of them, yeah, they sold like the toys for Toy Story, and yeah, they actually had a ham for that where like the cork would come out. Yeah. Yeah, and yeah, Buzz was then just saying that they had a friend in need and they wouldn't rest until he's safe in Andy's room. And then yeah, an American flag like appeared behind Buzz. Yeah, yeah, and then yeah, it then just showed like faded to something that Al was actually watching on TV. Yeah, and then yeah, and it just like went to static. And then yeah, and it just showed Al sleeping on the couch, and yeah, and then he dropped like a bowl of Cheetos style puffs. Yeah, and Woody saw that Al still had his arm. Yeah, and when he tried to get it, that hit with like the help of Bullseye. And it was funny. It was like Woody was trying to get his arm. Al just like burped in Woody's face. And Woody's reaction was hilarious. He just with the look on his face and just waving his hat. It was hilarious. Yeah, and then yeah, Woody was able to get his arm, but before he could like leave, just the TV turned back on, playing Woody's Roundup, and it woke Al up. And then, yeah, and as Al was putting Woody back, Woody saw that the remote was actually in front of Jesse. So, yeah, Woody accused Jesse of turning the TV on to stop him from leaving. Yeah, he confronted her about it, and yeah, then, Jesse tried to tell Woody that she didn't turn the TV on. And yeah, Woody just basically called her a liar. And then yeah, Jesse went after Woody, and yeah, the prospector broke it up. Yeah. And then the next morning, and as Buzz and the others were continuing to like hitchhike, it was funny. The funny thing with like Buzz asking who's behind, and Slinky just said mine, and yeah, his back end was just walking and like far behind. Yeah. And yeah, then they saw that Al's toy barn was right across the street, but they had to cross through oncoming traffic. So yeah, what they did was they crossed, but they were hiding underneath traffic cones to cross. Yeah, And then yeah, Buzz had them drop a few times, and yeah, it was just causing some like road rage in the traffic. Yeah, yeah, and yeah, by the by the time they crossed, you could just see like there was a load of cars that were just in road rage. Yeah, yeah, and then yeah, then the cleaner came to Al's home to fix Woody. But yeah, yeah, and one they yeah, and yeah, the cleaner was just like polishing up Woody. To make to basically just make him look like new. Yeah, he shined his eyes up. He like brightened up his cheeks and hair. Yeah, he sewed Woody's arm back on, and then yeah, he covered up Andy's name at the bottom of his boot. And then he told Al that Woody would be for display only because if Al handled Woody too much, that he wouldn't last. And Al just pushed the cleaner aside. And he was just so excited to see Woody looking just like new. And yeah, the toys arrived at Al's toy barn. It showed that they were actually closed, but employees were coming in to stack up toys. So yeah, the toys entered, were able to get into Al's toy barn. And yeah, as they entered, Rex saw like a cheat book to help him defeat Zurg in the video game that he's been playing. Yeah, and all the toys split up to try to find Woody, and Buzz actually came through a Buzz Lightyear aisle. And yeah, Buzz obviously went through that. Then, yeah, he saw that the newer Buzzes now have utility belts, and as Buzz went into like a display window to look at it, he saw that there was another Buzz was standing in there. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, all the other toys then found a car that they could drive around in to help them find Al. Oh yeah, and then yeah, then they were driving down a Barbie aisle, and they tried to ask the Barbies for help to find Al. Then the tour guide Barbie then came into the car, and yeah, she just drove them around the store, giving them a tour of everything, which included the Hot Wheels aisle. Yeah, and then yeah, they then like crashed into a thing of bouncy balls, which like came down on them. And then yeah, it caused Rex to lose his cheat book. Yeah. Yeah, and yeah, as Buzz was like looking at the utility belt, he tried to take it, but the other Buzz then just grabbed onto him, and yeah, this Buzz went through the exact same thing that Buzz went through in the first movie, thinking he's a real space ranger. Yeah. Yeah, and then yeah, the second Buzz just told Buzz that he's in violation of a code in the Space Ranger book, and that they're to be in hyper sleep until awakened by authority or something. Yeah. Then the second Buzz placed Buzz into one of the cardboard spaceships. It's with like all the other Buzzes. Yeah. And then as the other toys came across the second Buzz, they thought he was their Buzz. And yeah, he took him with them. They took him with them. Yeah. Yeah, and Buzz tried to tell them from inside the box that they had the wrong Buzz, but his voice was real muffled from the outside, so the toys didn't hear him. Yeah, and the toys drove off with the second Buzz. Yeah, and yeah, as I was taking some pictures of the Woody and the other toys, to fax to the museum owner. Yeah, he was just saying that it was like printing his own money. Then Woody was happy with how good he looked, and like he was fresh out of the box. Yeah, and yeah, Jesse just told Woody that now he could go. Yeah, and yeah, the prospector told Woody that he should try to make amends with Jesse before he leaves. So yeah, Woody did that. Yeah, yeah, and yeah, Jesse was just looking at the sun. Yeah, and yeah, Jesse was basically was saying that she knows exactly what Woody means to Andy because her old owner Emily was just the same. So yeah, it then showed like flashbacks of Jesse with her owner Emily, which probably a lot of you know by now. Yeah, Pixar or later on actually revealed that Emily was actually Andy's mom. I mean, yeah, she was Andy's mom. Um, so Yeah, yeah, that was kind of interesting. Yeah. So yeah, and as I said, yeah, just showed like Jesse's memories of Emily with the song "When She Loved Me" playing. Yeah, yeah, and it just showed Emily playing with Jesse, and then yeah, it just showed her like growing up, like moving on to other things, and yeah, then she eventually just donated Jesse to charity. Yeah. So yeah, then Woody realized that Jesse knows exactly how he feels about Andy. So yeah, and yeah, she just told Woody to go, and yeah, and as Woody was getting ready to leave, Prospector then like told Woody he asked him how long does he think it would really last with Andy, and if he really thinks that Andy would take him to college, which actually Andy was gonna do that in the third movie. Yeah, or if Andy would take him on his honeymoon. Yeah, and the Prospector just told Woody that Andy is growing up and there was nothing he could do about it. And yeah, Woody has a choice to actually stay with them and last forever and be loved by children for generations. And yeah, Woody decided to stay. And yeah, I remember when I was a little kid, I was like, what? I mean, I was like, what are you thinking, Woody? Yeah. And then yeah, back at Al's toy barn, the toys were still searching for Woody in Al's office. And yeah, Slinky came across some Rock'em Sock'em robots. He was asking them if they'd seen Woody. And the blue one was saying no, and then yeah, the robots were arguing about who Slinky was talking to, and then they fought. Yeah, that was funny. Yeah. And then Al eventually came into the office, and then yeah, they saw that he was the kidnapper. Yeah, and then yeah, then they saw that Al was faxing a photo of Woody over to the museum owner. Yeah, then they jumped into Al's bag, and yeah, because they knew. Well, the second Buzz was telling them that Al would lead them to Zurg. Yeah, yeah, and then yeah, Buzz then was able to break out of the box, and yeah, he just gave chase to the others. But yeah, he saw that Rex's tail was sticking out of Al's bag, so yeah, Buzz gave chase to Al. Yeah, yeah, and Buzz tried to get out of the door before it closed, but yeah, the door closed right before Buzz could get out, and Buzz just hit the door, slid down, and then yeah, Buzz saw that Al just went right across the street, so Buzz knocked over a pile of toys and games to open up the door. And yeah, as Buzz was getting out, we saw that one of the boxes was actually Zurg, and yeah, Zurg then emerged from the box, and yeah, just following Buzz, and he was just saying destroy Buzz Lightyear. Yeah. 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 And then Al actually left the bag in the car when he went inside. Right, and then yeah. And as Mr. Potato Head was trying to unlock the door by pulling it, the second Buzz, just then, and like, pressed the unlock button. Yeah, and then the door unlocked and Mr. Potato Head just lost his arms. And yeah, it was funny the laugh that Ham let out, yeah. Yeah, then they saw that Al was on the top floor of the building. Yeah, they just then went through the air vent and to try to get to the top. Yeah. And then yeah, then they saw that the elevator was coming down. They could take that, and then the second Buzz just like decided to climb up to the top with everybody holding on to a gadget from his belt. Yeah. Yeah, and then yeah, Buzz came once again underneath a traffic cone, and yeah, he could see the footprints leading to the air vent. He heard that they were in there, so yeah, Buzz followed into the air vent. Yeah, and yeah, and Al was packing everything up to go to Japan, and yeah, all the Woody, Jesse, Bullseye, and Prospector were just all dancing in celebration and excitement. Yeah, and then as the second Buzz and the others were still climbing up, like Rex was slipping, and yeah, he was just going down to the bottom with all the other toys, and yeah, the weight was just too much for the second Buzz to handle, so he decided to use his anti-gravity turbos from his utility belt and fly up, and yeah, and Buzz and the second Buzz then let go of the wall. They all fell down onto the elevator as it was going up, and yeah, second Buzz thought that he was flying up. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. As Woody was continuing to goof around with Bullseye, Jesse, and the Prospector, then Woody then just fell off of Bullseye, and Bullseye's saddle also came off, and Bullseye just like covered up and like smiled as he walked aside. Yeah, yeah. And as Jesse was like trying to tickle Woody, yeah, then like the second Buzz led the other toys, and yeah, they came to Al's van, and yeah, they used one of Mr. Potato Head's eyes to try to see what was actually going on with Woody, and Mr. Potato Head thought that the toys were torturing him, so yeah, they busted into the room using Rex's head. Yeah, yeah, and yeah, yeah, and Ham and Mr. Potato and the others, they were like attacking Bullseye, Jesse, and Prospector, and at one point, like, Mr. Potato was trying to get out his angry eyes to go after them, but he actually put on the extra pair of shoes, and he just ran to the wall. That was funny. Yeah, and then, yeah, they tried to grab Woody and go, but then, yeah, Buzz then appeared, and yeah, the two Buzzes were, like, arguing about it, and then, yeah, Buzz opened the second Buzz's helmet up, and, yeah, the second Buzz, like, thought that he was suffocating like Buzz in the first movie. Then Buzz showed the toys Andy's name on his boot, and yeah, then the toys realized that that's their Buzz. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, they tried to take Woody away, and yeah, Woody was telling them they actually want to go to the museum, and Woody was telling the toys about who he is, that he had Woody's Roundup show. Yeah, he was showing it to them. And yeah, and he was telling Buzz that Jesse, Prospector, and Bullseye need him to get into the museum, or else they'll go back into storage. And Buzz tried telling Woody that he's not a collector's item and he's a child's plaything. And yeah, and Buzz was just telling him that he traveled all that way to rescue Woody because he believed what Woody told him about how the only point of life is being loved, or yeah, something. But Woody just told Buzz that he wasted his time, and yeah, Woody just cold-shouldered Buzz. Oh yeah, then yeah, Buzz and the others then and started leaving. And yeah, Woody just told Buzz that this was his only chance, and yeah, Buzz just asked his only chance is to watch kids from behind glass and never be loved again, and that was some life. Yeah, yeah, and yeah, Woody was like really just didn't believe what he was doing. Yeah, he was just watching the show as he was singing "You Got a Friend in Me." Yeah, and then he uncovered his boot to reveal Andy's name again. Yeah, then Woody then chose to go back home, and he just told Prospector that even though he can't stop Andy from growing up, he still wouldn't miss it for the world. And he tried to get Jesse, Bullseye, and Prospector to come with them. Yeah, Bullseye was with Woody to go, but yeah, and as he was trying to convince Jesse, so yeah, he asked Prospector if he was also with him, but then yeah, Prospector wasn't in his box, and yeah, he actually shut the vent and tightened up the screw with his mining shovel, so Woody couldn't escape. Yeah. And yeah, Woody then caught on that it was actually Prospector that turned on the TV to prevent him from escaping with his arm. I mean, it wasn't Jesse. And yeah, the Prospector just wanted to go to the museum because this was his opportunity to be sold to someone, and no cowboy doll would mess it up for him. Yeah. Yeah, and yeah, Woody like couldn't open the vent because yeah, it was just too tight in. The screw was just too tight in. Yeah, and then yeah, Al packed up Woody, Jesse, Bullseye, and the Prospector, and yeah, he was and as he was heading to the elevator, Buzz and the others tried to race over to the elevator, and then yeah, Zurg was actually aboard the elevator, and the second Buzz was doing battle with Zurg. Yeah, yeah, as the other toys tried to save Woody. Yeah. And yeah, Zurg then overpowered the second Buzz, yeah. And he just told Buzz that he is his father. So, gosh, it was hilarious. Yeah. And as, yeah, Zurg, like, had his blaster at full power at the second Buzz, yeah. Rex just turned around and, because he couldn't look, and yeah, he actually hit Zurg with his tail, and it caused Zurg to actually fall off the elevator. Yeah. Yeah, and yeah, Rex was happy that he finally defeated Zurg, and the second Buzz was just like, father. Yeah, and yeah, Slinky was trying to get Woody out of the case, but the prospector stopped Woody from leaving. Yeah, and yeah, as Al drove off to the airport, the other toys gave chase in a Pizza Planet truck, and yeah, you saw the second Buzz actually like catching up with his dad. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, the other toys, like I said, gave chase to Al inside of the Pizza Planet truck. That also had the three green aliens inside. Yeah, and at one point the aliens were gonna fall out the window, but Mr. Potato Head saved them from falling. And the aliens just told Mr. Potato Head that he has saved their lives and they are eternally grateful. Yeah, and yeah, they eventually arrived at the airport with Al. Oh yeah, and yeah, they snuck into the baggage handling system by hiding inside of a kennel. Yeah. And then they saw like two cases that looked the same. That yeah was one of them was Al's case that Woody was in. So yeah, Woody yeah Buzz and Slinky he took one case while the rest of the toys took the other. And as Buzz and Slinky were racing to their case, Slinky's back and caught on another suitcase that was actually going in another direction, and it took Slinky away. Yeah, then all the other toys came to their case, but yeah, Woody wasn't in that one. Yeah, all that was in there was just like some lights and camera equipment. Yeah, and then yeah, Buzz came to the second case, but yeah, the prospector just punched Buzz and caused Buzz to fall. And, yeah, Woody tried going after the prospector, but then yeah, the prospector then ripped Woody's arm again. Yeah, and told Woody that he had a choice to either go to Japan together or in pieces. But Woody still refused to get back inside the case. But before Prospector could strike Woody again, the other toys came with the camera equipment and just, like, yeah, they stunned the Prospector, and then, yeah, Woody just told Prospector that he has to learn the true meaning of playtime. Then they put Prospector in a Barbie backpack, yeah, and the girl took Prospector away with her, yeah, and yeah. Then, yeah, the toys were trying to get Woody, well, not Woody, Bullseye and Jesse out. Yeah, Bullseye was able to get out, but Jesse was still inside of the case. And yeah, Jesse then was stored onto the luggage truck to be taken to the cargo. Yeah. Yeah, and then yeah, Woody, Buzz, and Bullseye gave chase to try to save Jesse. And yeah, Woody was able to get a hold of a tag for another suitcase to get aboard the baggage truck. And yeah, and as the luggage was being loaded onto the plane, Woody was hiding in like a golf set bag. And yeah, he was able to free Jesse, but the plane shut before they could get out. And yeah, then they got out through a trap door of the cargo. Yeah, yeah, but then yeah, Woody then like fell off, and yeah, Jesse was holding on trying to get Woody. He back up, and yeah, Woody's arm was like ripping some more. Then yeah, Woody's hat then fell off, but then Buzz and Bullseye caught up, and Buzz caught Woody's hat. Yeah. Then yeah, Woody just had Buzz like actually get behind the tires, and yeah, Woody like used his pull string to latch onto a piece of the landing gear, and yeah, and then he told Jesse to just let go of the plane and just pretend that it would be the final episode of Woody's Roundup. Yeah, and then yeah, Jesse just told Woody that since the show was canceled, they never saw if Woody actually made it. Yeah, Woody just told Jesse that they should find out together. So yeah, Jesse let go of the plane. Then yeah, Woody and Jesse just swung back onto Bullseye. And yeah, they were able to escape before the plane could take off. Yeah. Then yeah, then they all went back home. Yeah, Andy came home, and then yeah, he saw all the toys on his bed, and Etch actually had "Welcome Home, Andy" written on. Yeah, yeah, and Andy saw all the new toys, and he thought his mom bought them. Yeah, and Andy was playing with them. Yeah, then yeah, we actually saw like there was one of the luggage trucks outside of the homes. Yeah, yeah, and then yeah, it got to another day, and yeah, Andy had fixed Woody's arm. Yeah, and it showed yeah and it showed that Andy had his name written on Jesse and Bullseye also. Yeah. Yeah, as Buzz was like basically trying to hit on Jesse, then like Buster was like locked inside of the room. Yeah, he was telling Slinky that he had to go out back for a little private time. And yeah, Jesse did what Buzz did and just took the car on the loop-de-loop set and opened the door for Buster, and we just saw Buzz's space wings open. And then it showed like another commercial for Al's Toy Barn, and yeah, Al was obviously upset. Yeah, and his business was just like basically he like suffered because of his failure to sell the Woody's Roundup toy. Yeah, and then it showed Al crying. Yeah, and then yeah, the aliens came up to Mr. Potato Head again. Yeah, Mrs. Potato had heard that he saved their lives, and she decided they should adopt them. And all the toys just said "Daddy" to Mr. Potato Head. Yeah, and then it showed Wheezy was fixed, and yeah, Wheezy said that the shark looked into the toy box and found an extra squeaker for Wheezy. And yeah, Wheezy said he felt the song coming on. So yeah, Wheezy was singing "You Got a Friend in Me," and yeah, this version of the song was sung by Robert Goulet. Yeah, and Woody was just looking at Andy outside, and yeah, he Buzz asked Woody if he's still worried, and yeah, Woody just said no, that it would be fun while it lasted, and when it ends, Buzz will be there keeping company. And the movie ended with just Wheezy finishing the Robert Goulet version of "You Got a Friend in Me." Well, yeah, that's how it ended. So yeah, 4 stars out of 4. This is just a great, great movie. Yeah. So alright, that does it for my review of Toy Story 2. Hope you guys enjoyed. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.